Sonic 3 and Mufasa. Two star-crossed lovers born on the same day, but destined to be enemies. Seriously, this is one of the weirdest movie beefs I have ever seen. So far in the 2020s, we've had a couple movies that drop on the same day. A big example is Barbie and Oppenheimer, which actually was a big success and ended up promoting both movies because it became a massive pop culture meme. But the story is very different with Mufasa and Sonic 3, where it ended up probably hurting both movies. Let's get into the drama. To start, Sonic is a very successful Paramount franchise, which is based around the Sega video game Sonic. These three movies are live action, but they are animated in the sense of the alien characters being all animated, and it is by far the most successful kids franchise out there. I know 20, 21-year-old adults who are big fans of the movies, and I also know 10-year-olds who are big fans of the movies. A lot of people love these movies of all ages, and because of that, they've been incredibly financially successful, critically successful, and very popular on social media websites like Twitter/X. The first Sonic movie came out in 2020, although it was supposed to come out in 2019. It got delayed by 3 months due to an epic redesign they did, which is by far one of the greatest things a movie studio's ever done. They got tons of criticism from fans about Sonic's original design, and so they redesigned the entire Sonic for the first movie, and that took so much effort, and they delayed the movie by 3 months, but it ended up saving the franchise. They already started on the right foot. Sonic 2 came out in 2022, and it was a big success, and then there's a little bit of a gap, but Knuckles, a spin-off TV show in the series, came out in early 2024, and actually it wasn't a success. It was kind of received badly critically, and I agree with that. And then finally, at the end of 2024, is when Sonic 3 came out, and holy shit, look at the audience Rotten Tomatoes score. I saw this movie opening night, by the way, and I absolutely loved it. I think it was a great Sonic movie, a great kids movie, and I think most of the internet agrees, except for Matt Walsh, but let's be real, that guy has always had some oppositional opinions. But as I said earlier, on the same day, Mufasa dropped. Now, Mufasa, technically titled Mufasa the Lion King, is a sequel to Disney's Lion King 2019 remake. So Disney's been making these remakes, which a lot of people hate for fair reasons, because they're just recycled movies just made in live action, just so Disney can churn an extra buck. The Lion King 2019 is super hated because for about 5 years it held the title of highest grossing animated movie, when it's just CGI animation of lions. It's a high quality animation in my opinion. But thankfully, Inside Out 2 last year managed to beat it and take that crown, which, thank you, Inside Out 2, thank you, even though they're both Disney. And so this sequel made about 5.5 years later was just a pretty obvious money grab. A very obvious money grab just to build off the success of the original live action. I'm saying original live action, that's crazy, right? Imagine making sequels to remakes. That's insane. Anyways, I did see Mufasa on Christmas Day, and I thought it was mid. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it was mid, and so it has kind of earned the name Mid-Fasa, hilariously. And obviously, if these movies were released like at different times of the year, maybe if they were just released a week later, there would be nobody comparing them, there'd be no war between the fan bases, but just because of the fact that they released on the same day, a giant fan war sparked. And I actually have mixed feelings on this. So let's get into it. When these movies came out on the same day, the internet was not excited for Mufasa, but they were excited for Sonic 3. So Sonic 3 had a much larger hype train behind it. Sonic 3 released only domestically in the US on December 20th, while Mufasa released worldwide. So the stats were a bit different. When it came to the US, domestically, Sonic 3 performed better for the first week than Mufasa did. But, however, when it came to the world box office, Mufasa did much better than Sonic 3. So Disney decided to make a post saying their movie was #1 in the world. But that really pissed off Sonic fans. So they went off in that Twitter comment section, so much that Disney had to hide a lot of the Sonic replies. Even if people just responded with like a Sonic gif, Disney would hide it. Whoever manages that social media account, I feel bad for them. And it started this whole war, and obviously Sonic fans are the more popular group, and there are some Mufasa fans who are defending Mufasa, but most of them aren't. And since then, unfortunately, Mufasa has passed Sonic in the box office domestically and still holding the title worldwide. And so they made even more posts about how they're the number one movie in the world and the number one movie in the country, which has, obviously, if you go into the replies, people just keep posting about Sonic 3. Mostly just people saying Sonic 3 is better, your movie's shit, it's a sequel to a live-action remake, all those things. However, here comes my opinion. While I agree that Sonic 3 is better than Mufasa, I do not think it is fair to constantly compare these movies. I think Sonic fans are becoming really toxic. Again, I agree. I love the movie Sonic 3. I think it's good. But Sonic 3 fans need to stop. Like, it's gotten to the point where even some of my own friends are like, yeah, fuck Mufasa, Sonic 3 all the way. It's like, why are we comparing these movies? They're very different. The only reason why these movies are being compared is because they dropped on the same day. And I'm pretty sure Disney's very mad about it. They're probably super pissed about it. But, you know, that's what happens when you drop on the same day. I don't blame Disney, though, because they wanted to get the Christmas crowd, and that's fair. But also Sonic wanted to get the Christmas crowd, too, so. And there's a lot of people saying, I'm not seeing Mufasa, I'm only seeing Sonic 3. And before the movie came out, I remember, like, there were all these, like, comments, like, which one are you seeing first? And people were like, Sonic. Why not just see both? Like, I mean, I saw Mufasa. It wasn't the worst. I do think it was just a lot of recycled garbage. It was an unnecessary movie. I was shocked and some people started clapping. I went with my aunt in Florida, and we were both like, why are people clapping? This movie was bad. And I'm actually a person, I actually am very optimistic when it comes to movies. So even when I watch like a bad movie and I'll have people around me saying, oh, this movie sucked, usually I'll be like, I thought it was good. So it's rare for me to be like, I didn't really enjoy that movie. But that was Mufasa. However, the controversy gets a little worse with what has developed recently. So the Oscars are coming up and movies are being nominated. And the Oscars, it's such a bad, full of shit institution. So, of course, Mufasa, you know, they're very biased towards Disney, by the way. The Oscars have fucking propelled Disney like a million times when Disney has not deserved it. Nominations recently have come in for the Oscars. And obviously, Mufasa was all over it. Best score, all that shit. Best animation. And so people were like, hey, where is Sonic 3? And Sonic 3 actually isn't eligible to be nominated for anything at the Oscars due to the Oscars' stupid-ass rule about you must have diversity in all fields of your movie. So even though I think they have a diverse cast, I don't think they didn't have much diversity when it came to like the production of the film. And so because of that, Sonic 3 is not eligible for any Oscars. And people are really mad about this. And I'm like, well, good. Finally, people are realizing the Academy is super woke and stupid. I honestly lost all faith in the Oscars the minute I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once win Best Picture when that movie was fucking garbage. But if you want to hear more about that, watch my video on the most overrated movies of all time. There you go. Anyways, that's about it for this video. I think it's a stupid drama. I think Sonic fans should just suck it up. Mufasa's gonna do better. It appeals to more people around the world than Sonic. Like, Sonic is actually very much an American audience. Like, if you look at other countries, not a lot of people want to see this movie. But I still think Sonic 3 is the better movie. It's a great movie. Go see it if you haven't. But don't feel like dissuaded from seeing Mufasa. If you want to see it, go see it.